So what's the best travel camera out there? You're about to find out. Hello everyone, in this video I'll be comparing and contrasting three cameras that I think are great for travel. First of all, they're all small and lightweight and they're easy to carry. I like the fact that these cameras are discreet. If you're in a crowded city, a tourist place where your camera might get stolen, you're going to be a target. Whereas with these smaller cameras, you can carry them around, you can film, and you really won't get that much attention. This camera is the Insta360 X5. It's a 360 camera. So you'll notice that there are lenses on each side. It films in 360 all around you, and then later on you use software in order to frame the image that you want. One thing I love about the X5 is that I can place it on a selfie stick and just walk around. So I've done that in many scenarios. Here I am in Nintendo World at Universal Studios Hollywood, and what's great about this is I can just walk through the land. There's people all around me and I can generally edit them out and still get a wonderful view of the entire land by framing it later. So it's just one walkthrough and I get the video. I recently was in New York and I was at the Statue of Liberty walking around Liberty Island, and there were tons of people out there. But I was able to just use this camera, raise it up, and then I was above the crowd generally and was able to get some decent views and images of the Statue of Liberty. While in New York, I was at Trinity Church, and while I didn't have my selfie stick with me, I was able to just hold the camera up, and I'm just tall enough that with my arm up, I can kind of go above the crowd, and I was able to just walk once through the church. The X5 allows me to be in the moment, so I can be observing other things, I can be listening to a tour guide, I can be aware of everything around me, and just walk through and be able to record footage that I could definitely edit later and use. I traveled up to June Lake. I'm actually a magician and I performed a show up there. So the Insta360 X5 was the camera I used to take a picture of the setting where I was performing, as well as I stopped at Manzanar, and I was able to get this impossible shot through the guard tower. Now here's a shot that I never would have gotten. This is the Sierra Sidewinder at Knott's Berry Farm. I had a selfie stick. I was able to extend the X5 above a fence, and then I just held it there and I let the roller coaster go by. And then in post, I did the edit where I followed the coaster through its paces. Knott's Berry Farm has this event called Ghost Town Live, and at the end of the day, they have a big square dance that everybody at the park can participate in. So what I did was I placed my X5 onto my selfie stick and I placed it against a lamppost, so I wasn't blocking anybody behind me, and I was able to get this unusual shot from above that I wouldn't have been able to get with any other camera. If you'd like to do time lapses, the X5 is fantastic for this, because pretty much all you do is set it on a tripod and just have it record the images all sped up. But what's great is at the end, in post, you can actually do your sweeping motions. It just happens I was at Disney's California Adventure and I was just eating dinner. So I was just at a table. I had the tripod with the X5 just sitting there, and then was able to take this time-lapse image or footage and then be able to create that sweeping motion in post. Selfies are particularly easy using the X5, and it's great particularly if you want to get something else in the background. Another thing, if you have kids that you want to follow or fast-moving animals like your dog who's running around the yard, the X5 is fantastic for this. I have footage here where I put the X5 on a selfie stick and held it downward, and I was able to run after my son's dog and follow him through all his escapades. One last specialty shot with the X5 was I was at Universal Studios at the Harry Potter world, and I was able to just walk around with a selfie stick with the X5, and I tried to make it look as if I was riding a broom. This is the Pocket 3. It's actually a camera that has a built-in gimbal that allows you to have incredible stabilization. It's got a big sensor and it really films some fantastic footage. Now the Pocket 3, while it's not waterproof and it's certainly not as durable, it does have the advantage of a built-in gimbal. Overall, the Pocket 3 has the best stabilization and low light capabilities among the 3 cameras that I'm comparing here. Here's a shot at the Pirates of the Caribbean at Disneyland, and you can see that it did a pretty decent job of recording video under very dark conditions. The Pocket 3 has face tracking, which allows the gimbal to actually track your face. So if you want to do selfies, it's also another fantastic option for recording yourself in various situations. As mentioned earlier, it's not as durable and it's certainly not as waterproof. And as you can see, it's not that big to carry around. But among the 3 cameras here, it's the one that takes the most effort because you have to pull it from this case. In this case, there's actually smaller versions of these cases for the Pocket 3 to protect the lens up here. But it does take a little more effort to pull out, and then you have to turn it on. So if you have to shoot very quickly, if there's just this opportunity that's going to go away quickly, this one takes a little more time to bring out, and it does take more care to carry around with you. I love the Insta360 Go Ultra. In fact, this is my everyday carry camera. I have it in my pocket all the time. It's just this tiny action camera sized recording device. Of course, its claim to fame is that you can actually remove this, which is the actual camera, and this is magnetic and you can stick it on poles, anything metal. And then you have this pod here with a screen, and you can actually look at this to see what the camera is seeing and record from here. Interestingly, it was this remote viewing capability that sold me on the camera. But I find now, after having this camera for several months and taking it all over the place, that I really don't use the remote viewing that often. I pretty much just use the camera as a compact action camera. And I think the footage that it records is really great. It may not be quite up to the Pocket 3, but it's certainly good enough. Of course, you can wear the pendant that comes along with this and wear it on your chest here, or there's a hat mount as well. And so I really haven't used those features as much as I thought I would, but I do love having that capability. While the Go Ultra can't record video at the quality level of the Pocket 3, it has a night mode that does pretty well. And as you can see here from a Native American dance that I recorded at Knott's Berry Farm, I thought it did a fantastic job. Another thing I've found as my everyday carry, it's fantastic for parades. So here I was at Disneyland and I recorded a night parade. And also there was a Lunar New Year parade over at the Disney's California Adventure. This is supposed to be a comparison, and I guess I need to nominate the best camera here in this video. But really, when you come down to it, the 2 cameras I use most, and I take both of them with me whenever I'm traveling, includes the Insta360 X5 and the Insta360 Go Ultra. I love my Pocket 3, and I certainly want it whenever I'm in low light and I need that stabilization. But I find that I tend to not use it as much as these 2 guys that I can bring out quickly. The X5 allows me to do those special effects and all kinds of selfies and rising above the crowd. And my Go Ultra is just this tiny camera. It is my everyday camera. It's always in my pocket when I leave the house, and its flexibility just does a fantastic job. And there's still that remote viewing capability and ability to place it on poles and things like that that make it very, very handy. Well, that's all I have to say about these travel cameras based on my recent experience. You have any suggestions or questions, please comment below and let me know. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.